Who want, women and their shopping. I mean, come on.
I could totally see him doing that. Did you watch the mini cannon when he was over and we were making the burgers and I was showing him that? It's like that little miniature cannon, and he said he wants one of those.
I don't know.
It's a cannon. It's like this big. It's like a bronze cannon. It's like this video on YouTube where they're like stuffing gunpowder in this cannon. They put like a BB in there, and then they light it with like a cigarette or a match, and they're shooting shit like computers and balloons and stuff. Is like me and Jim are just watching the video like, yeah, that thing's pretty awesome. And he was showing me, I was showing him the 5.7 pistol, and then he was showing me some other gun. And we're just like going back and forth. And then both at the same time is like, have you ever seen the fastest shooter in the world? So then we put on that video.
I thought I was the fucking fastest shooter. Whatever.
I think you watched that video with us, because me and him both said, have you ever seen the fastest shooter in the world, like around the same time? And then we put on this video. It's this guy who pulls out this gun and shoots 6 shots, and then reloads the revolver, and then shoots 6 more.
I wasn't talking about using a gun.
Yeah, I knew you weren't using a gun. I kind of got what you were talking about there, buddy.
But hey.
You see, all the things I really wanted to say, those spiteful, horrible things, I didn't say any of them.
No, you did very well, and I'm proud of you.
Like telling that one guy, hey, you remember when I told you should have kicked that one dude out of your party?
Right.
Yeah, you didn't. What happened after that?
Yeah, exactly, and we were both gone.
Yeah, we left.
And all that anger went to the other dude, who was completely innocent! God!
Dude, I'm completely innocent too. Hell yeah. I might be a little antagonistic at times, but I don't do fucked up shit. Except for that one time in Vegas.
What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas.
Yeah. It's fucking midgets.
Bearded,
you remember the clown?
Bearded midgets.
You remember the clown in Vegas? Man, fucking... I'm glad that what happens in Vegas stays in Vegas, because
Look,
I do not want to tell people about that Russian circus midget with the beard.
Look, all I want to do is form a school for kids who can't read good.
I do not want to talk about that shit.
Okay, now listen up, y'all. Look, Zoolander has had his head reprogrammed because he's trying to, like, off the fucking Prime Minister from Micronesia. So he's gonna crash here for a couple days, okay? So everybody be cool. Alright?
I'm not your bro.
Wait, let's do that scene. Hold on, it goes,
I don't remember that scene.
I do. I've got.
What am I taking fucking crazy pills? I created the piano key necktie. What have you done?
Blue Steel!
Blue Steel?
Magnum! They're all the same look! Every single one of them! What? Am I the only one who notices this?
Am I taking crazy pills?
Zoolander! You're nothing! Nothing! Nothing!
Yeah, we should have watched that movie, Jim. That would have been fun.
That would have been my final noise complaint. And the boot out the door.
What, have you watched that movie again? That was such a good movie. Yeah, I met a lot of cool people there. Have you seen The Wedding Crashers?
No. Yeah,
that's in poor taste. I'm not even going to mention that. But basically,
You should have funeral crashers.
It's got Luke Wilson in I think it might be Luke and Owen Wilson, and they crash. No, it's Luke Wilson and Vince Vaughn, and what they do is they crash weddings so that they can hook up with chicks. And then at some point,
I did see that.
One of them starts dating one of the chicks that he hooked up with. And then the other one's like, I still want to go crash weddings. And then he goes and meets up with Will Ferrell. And Will Ferrell is the one who taught the other guy how to crash weddings in the first place. And they like have all these...
I did see that, yeah, I definitely did, yeah.
Yeah, that scene with Will Ferrell was fucked up. He lives at his mom's house.
No.
He's like, Ma! The meatloaf!
Nah.
But yeah, I'm not going to go there with that scene. You know what scene I'm talking about, right?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah. I've been tempted. My cousin Donald did that. It was fucked up. It was like the most repulsed I've ever been in my life. It's like my cousin Donald will just hit on anything that walks as long as it's got like a vagina between it.
Add some nice tits and I'm there.
He doesn't even care if it has nice tits. Just as long as it's got a vagina, he'll hit on it, and then he'll try to bang some chick just because she's a chick. And it's like, I'm pretty sure that he's like tried to bang a tranny at some point, and then... Because that's how hardcore he is. Like, he's just like, he'll see this chick over here, it's like, she's not even that attractive. And it's like, he'll be on it, and then as soon as...
That's Benita.
I'm talking about the one in the navy blue.
Right.
Benita's the one with the white hair.
Right.
But he'd
Snow
probably
White.
hit on her too.
No. Oh, he would. Okay, not me.
My cousin. My cousin is that much of a jackass. He'll just hit on every chick, no matter where he is. And...
God bless you. God bless you again.
My little cousin... Or my cousin Gabriel, and my cousin Ruth.
That's a good name, by the way. And so is Ruth. Ruth's in the Bible, too.
Gabriel is Ruth's brother. Gabriel was babysitting Ruth's daughter, Mary.
That's another biblical name. God, are you guys all straight from the Bible, or what? What the fuck?
Pretty much. Like, Zachary is my younger brother's name. Benjamin.
Why is my
older
name
brother's
not in the Bible?
Nicholas is not in the Bible, but it was given to me because it has a biblical reference in my grandfather's last name on my mother's mother's side. Like my...
I think your name stems from King Nebuchadnezzar.
No. My mom's side of the family, on her mom's side of the family, her grandfather's last name was Nicholson.
Oh, okay. So you...
They said Nicholas was going to be my first name. On my dad's side of the family, my grandfather, on my dad's side of the family, was... his dad's last name was Cosby. And he was a filthy, stinking rich bastard who cheated on his wife with the maid and got the maid knocked up. And then the maid had a kid, and the maid's kids was my grandfather. They didn't want anybody to find out, so the maid and my great-grandfather decided to give the kid away to the maid's sister so that his wife wouldn't find out that he cheated on her with the maid.
Oh!
Some scandalous-ass shit. But the maid's sister, her last name was Jones. My grandfather's actual father, his last name was Cosby. My name is Nicholas Cosby Jones.
It's not a bad name.
I have 3 last names. And then I had a friend named
Nebuchadnezzar.
David, or Carlos David, it was
Santana.
Carlos David, but I forgot what his middle name was. His middle name was another name that's like somebody's first name. And then we decided to go on a quest to find somebody who has 3 middle names.
I've got a bunch of
It was
them.
Carlos Edward David. Because Carlos, Edward, and David are all first names.
So I was right with Carlos.
And it's like, my name is Nicholas Cosby Jones, which are all last names. Like, Nicholas is based off of a last name. So we were like, we gotta find somebody who's just got 3 middle names. And then we'll have a friend and then we can just swap names.
Alright, let's you and I swap names then. So
The three of us, like, our last names between the three of us, like, I would take Cosby because I wanted Cosby as a last name because it sounded cool. Carlos David, he wanted to take Nicholson as his last name. And then whenever we found our new friend who had 3 middle names, his last name was going to be Jones. And then we were going to take all his middle names, and those would be our middle names. And then out of Carlos, Edward, David, I wanted Edward. It's going to be Edward Cosby, and then whatever the middle name was, I was going to pick one of those. And he wanted to be David. Like
David's a great.
He didn't want to be Carlos anymore. He was going to take David as his last name.
Well, let's get in there.
Let me finish my beer.
All the leaves are brown, and the sky is gray.
I've got big balls.
She's got big balls.
He's got big balls, but we've got the biggest balls of them all. Some balls are held for charity, and some for fancy dress. But the balls that I like, the balls that are held for pleasure, are the ones that I like best.
My favorite balls in the world are mine.
My balls are always bouncing to the left and to the right.